I'm taking on the challenge to completely stop worrying about what others think of me for an entire week. Let's see how it goes. We've all been there, caught up in a cycle of seeking validation from others, constantly wondering what they think of us. It's like, we're living our lives, but somehow, we've made everyone else's opinions the script we follow. But here's the thing, their thoughts aren't our problem. It's a heavy weight to carry, always trying to meet someone else's standards. And honestly, it's exhausting. Societal expectations and peer judgments can create this immense pressure. We're pushed to fit into certain molds, to look a certain way, to act a certain way. And if we don't, we start to doubt ourselves. We wonder if we're good enough, if we're doing enough, if we're enough. Anxiety creeps in, and before we know it, we're lost in a sea of self-doubt. I've been there too. I've let others' opinions dictate my self-worth. I've changed my appearance, my attitude, my entire being, just to fit in. But the more I did that, the more I lost myself. I remember feeling like I was living in a constant state of performance, always trying to impress someone else. It was draining. I realized I needed to make a change. So, I started to shift my focus back to self-acceptance. I began to practice self-compassion, to remind myself that I'm enough, just as I am. I started to surround myself with people who uplift me, who support me, who make me feel good about myself. And slowly but surely, I began to let go of the need for external validation. There was this one moment, though, that really stood out to me. I was at work, and someone made a comment about my outfit. It was a small comment, but it stung. I felt like I needed to justify my choice, to explain why I wore what I wore. But then I stopped myself. I realized that their opinion wasn't my problem. I didn't need to justify anything to them. And in that moment, something clicked. I felt this sense of freedom, this sense of release. That moment was a turning point for me. It made me realize that I don't need anyone else's approval to be myself. I don't need anyone else's validation to feel good about myself. And that's a liberating feeling. To wrap it up, it's all about self-confidence and self-acceptance. It's about recognizing that external judgments aren't our problem. When we let go of the need for validation, we're free to be ourselves, to live our lives on our own terms. If you've had a similar experience, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you're struggling with self-doubt or low self-esteem, I think you'll really benefit from checking out my video on building self-esteem. Thanks for watching.